Christmas, still in love. It's Christmas again. It's Christmas, still in love, still in love. Oh, I'm loving you, love. It's Christmas, still in love. It's Christmas again. Loving you, love. It's Christmas, still in love. I'm loving you, love. It's Christmas, still in love. Yeah, still in love. It's Christmas again. Loving you, love. It's Christmas, still in love.
It's Christmas again. It's Tommy James again. Another like our opening artist, the Oak Ridge Boys, another artist that's been pleasing people with their music longer than many of their fans have been on this earth. And yeah, we're really, really happy to have them all join us in one way or another for our Christmas show and at other times throughout the year. And just to know them as friends and keep in touch with them. Some wonderful people that we are really fortunate to have had share the stage with us, and we're really happy and thankful. Tommy James, also to his representative, Carol DeBurro, and thank her for the work that she has done to bring us together when Tommy has some free time. John?
You know, we get a lot of people on this show, and a lot of incredibly talented people on this show that nobody's ever heard of. And, they think, well, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'm going to show the world how talented I am because it's my world now. And then a dinosaur like Tommy James comes along and says, yeah,
sure,
let me show you how it's
dinosaur.
done. That is such a
Exactly.
magnificent song. And I know that
Yeah.
one of the things that we do here at the David Bowers Awards is that David purposely will not let me hear the songs until I've actually sit down at the microphone on the show and listen to the music as it's being aired. This is the first time I have heard this new Tommy James song, and I got to tell you, I've never really been a fan of mainstream Christmas music, but this is an absolutely gorgeous song. And my hat's off to you, Mr. Bowers, for landing this. What a great song.
Thank you very much. That's another track off of Tommy James' Christmas album, I Love Christmas, and I have to say that I love that album. It's I want to say it's a fun album because it is fun to listen to, but not in the sense that it's, happy, joy, and, just that kind of thing. It's just a lesson. It's just an album that you can listen to and comfortably. You can put it on, sit down, and listen to the album at Christmas time and just be at peace with the world. It's something that you can really enjoy. And I was torn between wanting to play this track and play the title track off the album, which we did play last year, I Love Christmas, because that is a happy, joy, feel-good song. And it's just an uplifting, fun song for Christmas. But, yeah, this is a beautiful song, and I'm really glad that we were able to play it.
I tell you what, I hear something like that, and what I picture, who's listening to that song? And what I picture is, let's say a young couple, and they got small kids, and and Santa Claus is still the thing for these little kids, and it's like Tom T. Hall said in one of his songs, "Old Dogs, Children, Watermelon Wine." God bless children while they're still too young to hate. God bless children while they still believe in Santa Claus, and I can see this young couple, they've busted their butts to get the tree done, to get the gifts wrapped, to get them under the tree. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. They're exhausted. They sit down and cuddle with each other, and this song comes on the radio. And it's just a perfect song, I think, for that. We did it.
Yeah, that we did it moment. I know exactly what you're saying, and I agree. And thank you, Tommy, for a wonderful Christmas song, a wonderful Christmas album, too. And we thank him for sharing that with us. And hopefully we'll have him around again next year for our Christmas show, maybe even before that, because it's been a while since he's on, and he has a lot of things going on. He's got a movie based on his very successful book, Me, the Mob, and the Music, which is an incredible story about his breaking into the music business and the surprises that he had along the way, some of them good, some of them not so good, if not scary even. And that's, if you're into the history of music or you just want a good read, that's one that's an easy read, but it is excellent. I guarantee you're going to enjoy it. Check out Tommy James's Me, the Mob, and the Music. And I think you'll be glad you did. We're moving right along now. We've got our next guest song lined up, and we're going to play from a newer group, a duo out of Vancouver, British Columbia. We've gotten together in the last, they've been recording for the last year or two, and we've had them on the show a couple of times. They do some amazingly listenable music, similar to what John was just referring to, something you can really listen to and enjoy. We had them on the show here maybe a month or so ago, and they did their newest release, which is a cover of an old Tom Waits song, and I Hope I Don't Fall in Love with You. Here is Focus Your Audio.
Come, oh, come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel that mourns in lonely exile here until the Son of God appears. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Oh, come thou rod of Jesse, free thine out from Satan's tyranny, from depths of hell thy people save, and give them victory o'er the grave. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Oh, come, desire of nations bind in one the hearts of all mankind. Bid thou our sad division cease, and be thyself our King of peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Oh, come thou day spring, come and cheer our spirits by thy advent here. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel.
And there you have it. A little more traditional Christmas music from a duo from Vancouver, British Columbia, call themselves Focus Your Audio. And band members Bobby and Sarah have been making music for several years and decided they were going to pair up their talents. And I think it's a very successful pairing, both professionally and personally. And the music that they have come out with is really, it's listenable, pleasurable, and original. They have an original style that I think evokes a sense of feeling. You get the feeling, if you'll pardon the expression, that they're putting themselves into the music. It's not just getting up there and singing a song and trying to do a technically masterful job. It's a case of singing the song and presenting it in a personally masterful way that you can relate to. You can feel, right, John?
Well, yeah, they're not trying to fulfill a contract. They're doing this because they want to. And I think that that's been the case with every one of these songs that we have played so far on this show today, is that these are people that are doing this out of love for their craft. And also, it kind of helps have, the love of the Christmas holiday. So, again, I know I sound like I'm all gushing over everybody, but I kind of am. So my hat's off to Focus Your Audio and to Tommy James and to everybody else that has been on with us today so far. This has really gone well. It's been a great show so far. Beautiful music.
I think so. It's been an enjoyable show because it was just that. It's listening to some music that people have put out of their hearts, and Bobby and Sarah are a good example of that. The music they do, you can feel that they put themselves into it, that they put their hearts into it. And aside from being, very fine musical talents themselves, the fact that they can get that feeling across and make you know that, hey, this is coming from the heart. This is us. This is not, us doing a commercial song that some agency said they wanted us to do. This is us doing what we want to do the way we want to do it, which is kind of like the theme of our show here, John Bon Jovial and I.
It sure
both
is.
Veterans of the broadcast wars for many years. And we got to talking a few years back that we really missed it, but radio today is not what it was back then. And we got the idea, well, why don't we just do a show the way we want to do it? We have the advantage now of having the internet where we can do our own show anytime we want, any way we want, and we're not accountable to, any corporate entity or anybody else for that matter. We just do what we want, the way we want, when we want. And I got to say, it's been a wonderful 6 years. I've enjoyed every minute of it, so much so that we're already planning year number 7. As a matter of fact, we have some bookings already for our first shows of 2020, and I must add things I can't tell you about yet. We have got some big surprises coming, and you're going to... I think you're going to be surprised as well as pleased. It's going to be very interesting. We've got a couple of honors that are that we are being invited to participate in, and a couple of unique things coming up. So I think 2020 is going to be the best year yet. But John Bon Jovial, it's been a pleasure working with you and Nick so far.
It has been. It really has.
6 years have gone by so fast. It's hard to realize that we've been doing this for 6 years already.
Well,